So hey guys, in this lecture we'll talk about polling. So it's a very important question that is being asked to define polling in lots of interviews. So let's start. So there are several communication protocols. Cool. So first understand what is an HTTP request. So it has three major points. I'll write it down once. So the first is the client opens communication or it establishes the connection. It establishes the connection and requests data from server. This is the first step. Second is the server is calculates the response. Third is the server sends the response back and the process is completed. Cool. So a quick diagram for this is a client and the last is a server. Cool. It returns the request. This is the request and this is the response. So this way things are happening in HTTP. Cool. So polling is basically used by a lot of Ajax applications. Polling is used by a lot of Ajax applications. A lot of Ajax applications. Cool. So the basic idea here is the client makes repeated requests and the client waits for server to respond, and if there is no data an empty response is returned. So in this case there's a slight update to the steps we mentioned. Cool. So now the steps will be client opens the communication and requests data using the regular HTTP. The second is that the requested page sends the request to server. Third is the server calculates the response. Fourth is the client repeats this process. So this is the new thing introduced in the polling, that is the Ajax polling. Repeats this process. So what happens is that this is the client, he sends request, for example req1 2 and 3, and the response is given to the server. Cool. So due to this a major drawback occurs, That is due to too many empty responses, because if we have no data present, then an empty response will pop out, and then this results in HTTP overhead. Cool. So I hope you guys have understood how this polling works and how different things are governed here. So another type is the HTTP long polling. Cool. So let me just reload it quickly. Another type is the HTTP long polling. It is also known as the hanging get. Hanging get. So from the name itself you could understand what it happens. So there is no immediate response. If no data is available here, no data available, instead of sending an empty response, it waits for the data to occur. Cool. So that way the functioning of the HTTP long polling occurs. So this was it about polling. I hope you have understood. We'll meet in the next lecture where we will discuss about the WebSockets. Thank you for joining.